history.
I'm sorry you said that because I had this discussion with my daughter this morning.
No.
Yeah, and I said, Katie, you got to go to school today, so don't tell her that there weren't any kids here, okay?
Oh, there's only thousands here, Jerry.
Okay, there are now people marching in the parades carrying brooms, recognizing, of course, the wonderful sweep that has become, in the last 3 days, tradition here in Cincinnati now, the sweep of the Oakland A's.
Nobody thought it would happen. You thought it would happen.
I did, but I was joking. I thought the Reds would win in 6 is what I honestly thought. But no, I didn't believe they'd get the sweep.
I don't think anybody really believed it was going to be a sweep. I think there are a lot of people saying, yeah, the Reds are going to win it, maybe in 5, maybe in 6, it may take 7, but...
After the sweep, now get this, Rosie Rio, we're talking about this, and I said, you know, I'm taking an awful lot of grief from people because I said this was going to be a tough series, and I thought maybe the A's would win it. She said, look, I didn't think the A's would win it, but I agreed with you. I never, ever thought that this was going to be a sweep. Yeah. None of us did.
None of us did, but I tell you what, we've just been watching, as we've been talking, picture of Fountain Square. Maybe we can get another quick picture of the square. You can see...
sea of umbrellas, a sea of people, a lot of red.
And now we're going to take a look at Lou Piniella. And if he isn't manager of the year, you know, what a performance. Yeah, he comes over to a new league. People said, well, he wouldn't know how to work when he doesn't have the designated hitter. His wife is with Lou, and I remember when they won the division, they clinched the division, that walk, Greg, that you were kind of talking about down in the clubhouse. He and his wife were walking down the emotional strain of finally a great year.
And you know what? He never let up, though, through the playoffs, through the series. And the interesting thing about it was that he said day one, and he would say it very quietly, you got the sense nothing would please him but to win. He didn't say what, but in his heart, you got the feeling it meant win it all.
Win it all.
And Bob Quinn, as we can see, is also with Lou Piniella. And as Greg was saying just before, a family tradition, 40 years in Major League Baseball. And here Bob gets it on his first try with the Cincinnati Reds.
And two guys, basically, that couldn't do it with the Yankees, came here, boom, and they do it.
Yeah, we got Tony Perez now, and he's along. He was a big red machine man himself, Tony was. The big dog, as they say.
Big dog, man.
Yeah,
Nobody does a better impression of Tony Perez than Greg Ward.
Yeah, no, I've been working on it for so many years. It was a city ball, hitty ball, that's all I've been doing.
Yeah, and that's about all you know how to react. Okay, Tony Perez, what a thrill it must be for him. One of the links, of course, to the big red machine of the mid-'70s. But I tell you, we talked to him after the game Saturday night, and he was very quick to say that this team has its own identity, its own greatness, and it will be heard from in years in the future.
As it should be.
Yes.
And another one of the very surprising things out in Oakland was that Dave Stewart's comment, and how ridiculous. I view this man as very reasonable. He says, we'll be back next year. I don't know about them. I think you can guarantee it.
Right now we're taking a look at Joe Nuxhall, Reds radio announcer, good pitcher. He was the youngest pitcher in the major leagues.
Yes.
Yep.
During the war year.
And now he's got to...
The old left-hander rounding third.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if we can get a picture now of the... Can we go to the podium? Because the crowd is starting to go wild. Lou Piniella has taken the stage, and they were screaming Lou, Lou just seconds ago. So are we now looking at the... And they're holding Eric Davis's shirt. I'll tell you, if you forgive me for a second here, I'm going to climb up so I can see what their fans are seeing. Oh, I can't do this. Someone grab me to give me that mic.
Need a stick.
Okay, the Reds are mounting the platform now. Somebody give me a stick mic, please. I'll tell you what, I'll hold this. This is live television, so stick with us. I got a stick mic now? Okay, thanks a lot. Sorry. Okay, and there goes... The Reds are now mounting the podium. The crowd is going wild. March shots, shaking hands with everyone who comes up there. The fans are waving.
We are the champion.
We are the champion. The fans are waving their brooms. What a moment for these Cincinnati Reds. I see Joe Nuxhall up there.
There are brooms waving around. Even though they said you're not supposed to have a broom on Fountain Square, there are brooms on Fountain Square. Waving in the air, people on people's shoulders. Crowd is excited.
I can see Rob Dibble and Paul O'Neill. I tell you what, you know how you say you can't tell a player without a scorecard? Well, they're not wearing numbers, so from this distance, it's hard to tell.
I bet I can tell, Jerry. Give me.
Yeah, it's hard to tell who we're looking at. Tony Perez is up there and wearing an old-style Reds hat. They wore that hat back when Tony first came up with the Reds, the white hat with the red stripes. And Paul O'Neill is holding his child up there. I'm not sure his kid can really take in what it's all about, but they'll keep the tape and they'll savor the moment.
I don't know if you can see, there are people even in the trees around the top.
Jeff Reed is up there, and what a role he played. Maybe the best.
We're here with Jose Real. How do you feel, Jose?
That's unbelievable. I never seen anything like that in my life.
Have you got any rest?
No, I don't need it now.
Good for you. Congratulations. World Series MVP, Jose Real. Tom Brown in here. Tom, congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, it's great. These people are outstanding.
What's this mean to you?
Oh, it's a great finish to a great script, I'll tell you that.
Have you got any rest?
A little bit, but I'll sleep in November.
How's the new baby?
Great. I spent all night with him last night, every hour. So,
Thank you. Tom Brown. Glenn Bragg's getting out of the convertible now. And Marty Brenneman, longtime voice of the Cincinnati Reds for 17 years. Marty, can we talk to you just a second? Hi, Sherry. How do you feel?
It's unbelievable. This is much more special than 75 or 76. Those teams were supposed to win it all. Nobody picked this team to do anything.
Has it sunk in yet, Marty?
I don't think it has. This is unbelievable.
Wait till you get up there.
I know.
Congratulations. See ya. Thanks for talking with us. Players are showing up in all modes of transportation, aren't they, Joe?
This is nuts. This is unbelievable, the reception they're getting. Stan Williams, pitching coach, getting out of his vehicle now. We've got Herm Winningham over here to the right of Stan. I'll go see if we can get Herm for a word or two.
Okay.
Now looking at the podium, Marge is welcoming them all on. Danny Jackson is up there, and he's holding his son. Mariano Duncan is up there. What a year he had. Started off leading the National League in hitting, was an inspiration all year long. And now Tony Perez has his cigar. Or that's his victory cigar. Pat, who do you have?
We got it all down here. Herm Winningham just left. We're waiting for the next car to show up. And of course, players been coming in. This has been absolutely special and fantastic. Jack.
Joe Oliver, of course, everyone remembers the game-winning hit in the 10th inning of the second game of the series that Joe had.
We don't need this.
We'll see if we can get a word or two with Joe. What do you say?
Well, we want to be able to do that. It's just a process from when the time they pull up to the time they run in the back.
Very, very warm reception. I'll see if we can get a word with Joe. Joe, you expect anything like this, buddy?
It's outstanding. It's unbelievable. I'm glad to see Cincinnati fans out here, and this is great for them.
Doesn't matter if it's raining, does it?
Oh, no, it didn't hold anybody back. It shows the true spirit of Cincinnati.
Okay, Joe, thanks a lot. Have fun up there. Joe, all right.
This is a madhouse, isn't it? Rick Mailer, of course.
Rick Mailer and his wife stepping out of their vehicle right now. Rick, can we get a quick word with you? Hey, congratulations. Do you expect anything like this?
This is great. Oh, not at all. Not at all. It's a great feeling.
I see you guys, even though it's raining, you're braving the convertibles.
Well, these people brave the rain, so that's the least we can do.
All right, best to you. Thanks a lot, Rick. Rick Mailer. Rick, of course, with a fine showing in the playoffs. Was a big part of this team, stepped into any role that Lou Piniella wanted him to step into. Relief, starting, it didn't matter.
He was with his wife, who, of course, sang the Star Spangled Banner the other night with Barry Larkin's wife.
And did a much better job than Bobby Vinton, I might add.
That's right. I think we know that. Listen, we're going to go up to the podium. I think they're going to do a little talking up there. Is that right, Jerry?
At the podium, the Mayor Charlie Lucan is at the podium right now.
And finally, there's something each and every one of you ought to do on your way home or back to work. Stop at a gift shop, get a card, and send it to that guy out in Oakland in the hospital that gave us his all, Eric Davis. A few years ago, they sold the Reds, and some people even talked about the Reds leaving Cincinnati, if you can imagine that. And somebody stepped forward, kept the Reds in Cincinnati, and now we're welcoming her back along with her world champion Cincinnati Reds, Marge Schott. Marge.
It's been 5 long years for all of us, but I want you to know that we won this for the fans. Without you, I don't know what we would do, and I think all of our players who have never been to Cincinnati do not believe how true and faithful you fans are, and I thank you for hanging in here with us. We finally did it. God love you.
Hello, Cincinnati.
Who's the best? Who's the best? Who is the best baseball team in the world?
You know, all we heard for a week from Dave Stewart and all the rest of the Oakland Athletics is that nobody got a chance to see them hit and them pitch the way they were capable of doing it. This team here is the reason why nobody did. I'm sure that many of you are around for 1975 and 76. This team will go down as a very special team, maybe the most special team in the history of this franchise, because unlike those great teams, they weren't picked by anybody to win anything. They won the West, they won the National League, and they reign as the best team in baseball.
Oh, it's strange. The experts were all right. You know, they were all right in their picks. Wait a minute now. Look. They said 4 in a row, but they forgot what team they wanted. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
You'll get a chance to see them all very, very shortly. We understand that we've got the final out of the World Series on tape to be played. And this is the way it sounded from the Oakland Coliseum, the final out Saturday night that wrapped up the World Championship.
The voice you're about to hear will be Marty Brennaman announcing the end if they can get
Apparently they don't have it ready, but you know how it ended. The pop-up to Todd Benzinger, and the rest, as they say, was history. The first World Championship for this city in 14 years.
How would we all like to repeat the 70s here in the 90s? Pretty good decade, right? How about it? You all in favor of it? Yeah.
Joe Nuxall already talking about talk of a dynasty, the Reds of the 90s.
You know, early in the year, this ball club announced a new manager. He was a guy who came over from the American League. He played against the Reds in the 1976 World Series when the Reds beat the Yankees 4 in a row, and he was coming to the National League for the first time. Not only that, but he brought with him a brand new coaching staff. He became Saturday night the first manager in his first year with a ball club to sweep a World Series. There can be no question in our minds that he is the manager of the year in the National League, Lou Piniella.
Thank you, Marty. I'll tell you what, this has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, it really has. The first thing I'd like to say is that I'm really proud of our team. I'm really proud of our team.
I'm proud of you fans, and I'm proud for this city. You know, I think the 1990 Reds baseball season exemplifies what America is all about and what made this country great, that hard work and dedication and the will to win and pride in your work. And I think that was very evident on this ball club this year, and I'd like to just tip my hats to them all. They played their hearts out, and they're world champions. The only thing that really detracts from this, from our standpoint, is the fact that Eric is not here. And truthfully, if y'all can send him cards like it was mentioned before, it'd be great, because he was a big part of this. Thank you very much.
You want to meet the guys, right? Are we ready? All right, let's get things underway here. And as I look around, I'll bring them up. Danny Jackson, DJ, right here, and Jody and their kids. Danny, what do you think, pal? You went through one in Kansas City.
Yeah, we won it in Kansas City, but it wasn't as sweepy as it was here. It was great to, you know, to go out there and wipe them out. We really taught them what the National League and baseball is really played like.
All right.
They didn't know the word of baseball until they came to Cincinnati and saw us whip up on them. I'd like to thank all you fans for all your support. Did an outstanding job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan. Paul O'Neill, the Columbus Clipper, and little Andrew.
Thank you very much. It's I don't know, growing up close to here in the 70s, I heard about this, but I never envisioned it'd be like this. And Oakland can talk all their crap, but we'll be wearing those rings. Thank you very much.
Who we got? Billy Hatcher, yes sir, hit 798, 421. Right here, Billy Hatcher. The Hatch family.
World champions. I tell you, we just brought the World Championship back to where it's supposed to be, right here in Cincinnati.
All right, Bill. Tony Perez, he remembers a couple of nice days on this fountain.
Big doggy.
Thank you. We were number one in the 1970s, and we want to be number one in the 90s for a long time.
All right,
Thank
Tony.
you.
All right. Let's get the Nasty Boys. What do you say? Rob Dibble. Yes, sir. Rob and his wife.
Are you guys happy now? I thought you were. You guys are the greatest. That's why we won this thing. It's because we got great support. You people believed in us when nobody else in America did. We went out there, we kicked their ass.
Rob Dibble never won to
And we are the world champions of the world. We are the best. We are number one. Thank you. I love you all.
Rob. And next one, Norm Charlton.
The personality of a reliever, intimidating. When he takes the mic, he means it. Yeah. There's Norm Charlton.
That is all the best, and we're the best. We got this thing here. Let's see if we can keep it for a long time.
All right, Norm. And Mr. Myers. Mr. Mello. Mr. Myers.
Well, really, it's Mr. Mello. But I think this town, hey, we brought it to you guys. We wish Eric Davis the best. And the fans, Cincinnati, you're number one.
All right. You got everyone? Jeffrey.
Great fans. We got a great fans in Cincinnati. The team did it. You know, these are a great bunch of guys, and we're all number one. Thank you.
Scott Scudder, the Texas Tornado, yes, sir.
All I want to say is I'm thankful to be on a great team. These guys are here, and I got one thing to say. The Oakland team is they got to live with the World Series sweep all winter.
All right, Scott. There's a guy that was a Yankee once, and I know he's happy to be a Red now, Hal Morris.
Thanks a lot for your support. You know, I'm happy we could bring this championship back to the Midwest, specifically Cincinnati. And this never would have happened in New York. And I'm just thankful that you brought me over here and let me play it here.
All right, Hal. I want to tell you, this guy did a hell of a job this season. And as you all know, there had to be some decisions made. Tim Liana was not eligible for the World Series or the playoffs, but he was there rooting like all get out for his teammates. Tim Liana, hats off to you, buddy.
Just gotta say that 1990 is the year of the Reds, and we showed them who is on top of the world this year.
All right, Tim. Who else we got? You want to get it? How about the GM put this show together? Bob Quinn.
Thank you, folks. This one's for you.
All right, who else we got back in there? We got everybody over here. Terry Lee, where's Terry Lee? Here he is, Terry Lee, right here.
Thank you very much. We'll come back next year and try to make it 2 in a row.
All right. Stan Williams, the pitching coach of the Reds. Big Stan's got a plane to catch.
Well, so far,
No,
these
something else.
fellas that are talking, you can see, are more apt at playing baseball, perhaps, than public speaking. But forget the eloquence. Their motion is there. They are a happy bunch.
I don't think that you could say that Rob Dibble was not a good public spokesman. I think he echoed the sentiments of a lot of people right here in the city, and quite succinctly, too. Yes, he did.
You see the force of his personality when he's pitching. I mean, he just grabbed that mic and he took over. He is a leader. He's a nasty boy.
What else I think you see there is a lot of pin-up emotion, a lot of criticism this season, and a lot of the criticism that I was talking about earlier on, the questions about the team's heart and so forth. They've proven it. And that was that vindication we were talking about earlier, Jerry.
Republic, and we have a couple of Dominican dandies here. First, Mariano Duncan.
All right. Thank you very much. I think that we showed to a lot of people wrong. Cincinnati Reds is the #1, the best team in baseball.
All right, and the next gentleman, his father-in-law was known as the Dominican Dandy. He is now the Dominican Dandy, Jose Rio.
I just want to say 2 things. We missed Terry Davis, and it's over. It's over now. I love y'all.
Next, from the Milwaukee Brewers, and now a world champion, Glenn Braggs.
Hey, no one said we can do it. Well, we believed in ourselves, and you stayed behind us, and we brought this home to you. We're #1.
Next, from just down the river, up the river, New Richmond, Ohio, however it is, Todd Benzinger.
I don't know what to say, but whatever Dibble said goes for me, too. Thanks a lot.
And another one from down in the islands, Luis Quinones.
How you sing? Well, guys, I think we're very proud of us, and I think you have to be proud of ourselves, and we love you, and we're #1 in the world. Champions!
Here's a guy that's pitched a long time in the major leagues. His first experience on a World Championship team, Rick Mailer.
It's a long way from Atlanta. It's great to be a Red. Thank you.
There's the Hammer. I call him the Hammer. You know that pinch hit single he got over at Riverfront here the other night? You remember it. You know what I'm talking about. They blamed it on the AstroTurf. Who gives a damn whether it was AstroTurf? It was a base hit. Billy Bates.
Thank you, Cincinnati. Y'all are #1, right along with the world champs.
I want to ask you all one question. How many of you thought Herm was going to bunt after 2 strikes? Raise your hand. You're all liars. Herm Winningham.
Thank you for the great time in Cincinnati. We're #1, and we're going to do it again next year.
Here's a guy that personally I'm as happy for as anyone, because we all know the tragic accident he had at second base a couple of years ago. He came back. He's on a World Championship team, had some things to do with it. Ron Oster.
Wire to wire, and we ended with a sweep. We're world champions!
A guy that got a lot of action at third base this year, waving him around. Sam Perlazzo.
You think we're good? We look good now? You haven't seen anything yet.
And also, Stan Williams' right-hand man in the bullpen, Larry Rothschild.
We might be the #1 team, but you're the #1 fans. Give yourself some applause.
Guy drove in the big run in the second game, and you all remember that friendly little ground ball just on the line, right? Joe Oliver.
Thanks for your support all year long. This championship's for you and for ourselves, and y'all are the best.
And the Moeller Flash, the University of Michigan Flash, and now the best shortstop in baseball, Barry Larkin.
Yeah, boy! I'm being Lark. I'm here with the rest of my crew. I remember being out here in 1975 and 1976. We won it then. We're going to bring it back again next year. Yeah!
And the guy, his youngest son is 1-0 in his very short life. Tucker Thomas is 1 win and no losses. And Tanner is way ahead of him. Tom Browning, and he's got Tanner with him. Tanner might say a few words, so just be ready.
Hey, it was a great year. You guys were fabulous, and today made it even more special. And we went out there and kicked some ass, and we brought it back to you, so let's do it again next year.
Now, you know who's next, don't you? Who? Sabo? Oh, okay.
I'd like to thank everybody because you guys are pretty good. And I'd just like to say that no one gave us a chance. We kicked their ass in 4 straight, and that's all I got to say. And all I think We kept our mouths shut. We just went out there and proved it on the field. They can talk all they want, but they're gonna sit home all winter, and they know they don't got nothing because we got the ring and we got the money and we got everything. Thank you.
Certainly, you folks are well aware of Eric being still in Oakland, and hopefully he's listening. Let's give a big cheer for Eric. What do you say? This is pure ED for the Rack. The best one. All right. We got another one. We have another one we want you to say hello to. I don't know, I don't think Billy was able to come, but a guy that did some things when we got him from the Houston Astros. He's out home in, where's he out? He's out there in White Oak somewhere. He's out there laying down and say, look at those crazy fools down there in the rain. But he did a job for us. Billy Dorn, give him a big hand. The medical team that, of course, kept this ball club in good health this year. We'd like to introduce you to Larry Starr, the head trainer, and, of course, Dr. Lahan. And is Danny here? Is Danny right here? Larry's assistant.
Let me say a couple of things on behalf of Eric. Mike Lahan and I stopped by and saw Eric yesterday morning before we left Oakland. And he's doing pretty good. Obviously, he's in a little bit of pain and a little bit of discomfort, but he wanted to send his best to all the players and especially the fans, because he knows that you've been real supportive to him, and he knows that you'll send his best wishes to him. Thanks a lot.
Also, the guy that packs the bags, puts them on airplanes, buses, trucks, boats, you name it, Bernie Stowe and his troops. Where's he at? Here he is right here.
Oh, Lord, there. I hope we do in the 90s like we did in the 70s, and I hope we bring home about 6 World Series in them years. Thank you.
Well, folks, that takes care of my part of this program, and once again, we are number 1, right? Yes. Turn it back to Marty. Hey, whoa, time out. One other guy, Kenny Griffey. We forgot all about Griffey. All right, now you can have it.
To wrap up the program today, I'd like to bring Marge Schott back with Shotzi. She's going to lead you in the singing of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Marge. I'll mention it. Marge.
How about a cheer for Shotzi?
Marge, use this mic.
How about a cheer for Shotzi? Woo, 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 woo. This has been a wonderful day for all of my players and wonderful day for me. Thank you for doing it. Now let's go into that song that we love. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. So it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball